What is going on, guys? Your boy Guns here, and we have finally chosen our team. I mean, we actually chose our team rather quickly compared to other people. I think 25IL and Lion came to Jason about the team up with us. Now, it's happening again, guys. A lot of the ACs are choosing lower tier B teams on purpose. And oh, dude, it is so frustrating. Dude, I can't, like, you can tell. I mean, you can tell. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm just lost for words. I'm just lost for words. Now, listen, I'm not going to go into the details this video of, like, you know, which kingdoms I get. Okay, maybe I'll touch on some of them, but some of the kingdoms I get why they would choose a lower B seed. For example, WAO. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, that they're dodging, but WAO is in a weird spot. So for them at like 25 billion power, if they choose strong B seeds, they could potentially go up against EIS or WB. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I can see them purposely trying to dodge that specifically. Not completely, but I could definitely see that. And then Echo, on the other hand, they're coming from a loss, so they're let's see, let me see. Now that we're talking numbers, shout out Boss Nasty, by the way. And we're not gonna drown you guys with numbers, so I'm just gonna quickly look at it. If we look at this, so Echo's at 29.7 billion power now, so they're roughly 3 to 4 billion power weaker than EIS and WB on paper, right? On paper, like I said. So I think a mixture of them seeing that, damn, we're behind 3 billion power, which is it's a big difference, right? It ends up making a big difference, but not really, right? Because that power difference could be resource healed by a majority of the players at that level. And then on the other side, they also have two row teams that are in the top 8, Echo 1 and Echo 2. So I could see them like, okay, we just lost the season. You know, some of the players' morales were probably a little down towards the end of the season. Let's get a regain season, try to recruit some more players and get closer to power to EIS and WB. Now that could potentially send me down another rabbit hole of whatchamacallit. That could send me down another rabbit hole of power distribution in the kingdoms being heavily unbalanced right now. And, you know, so many players are going to the top 3 teams instead of kind of spread loading out to have more interesting KVKs across the board. But anyways, let me reel myself back in after getting that off my chest, okay? Let me introduce you guys to the TFS team. Now, 25IL recently just came out of KVK 1. So these guys are freaking baptized in war. You know what I mean? Like, they had a 4 billion. We're going to go into the stats of our team right now. They have 4 billion merit. So they're super active. 25IL is super active, right? And they're a Vietnamese group, I believe. And Lion, also, same thing with them. They have beaten FSK in multiple, I think 2, maybe 3 different seasons now, I think. I hear a lot of great things about them. I've spectated one of their wars once for a few minutes, not that much. They look pretty active as well. Also a Vietnamese group. And then you have us, TFS, who's one of the strongest BC, one of the B paragons, right? So our team is looking good, guys. We have a really, really good team. However, because so many high A seeds chose so many low B seeds, our chances of potentially playing, for example, Echo, are actually really high. So TFS might face either Echo or the RK camp. I'll show you guys the RK camp. I don't think the BN one has the Echo camp updated. I think it's like Echo, Bear, and I forget who else. Maybe you guys could let me know in the comment section below and what power their kingdom is. But this is just what I've been hearing. But anyways, let me introduce you guys to the team. let me introduce you guys to the team. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Lion first. Here is Lion, server 310. Let's go see. Okay, they're in here. 15.8 billion power. Their leader is Pirate Zin, and then they have Beck. I'll introduce you guys. There are Force, Beck, Diamond is Bader, Malokas, the Empire Second, Goku, Zin 4, Shoto, Fire Ego, Gookie, and Sun 9. All right, that's their R Force. I'm not gonna do 300 players, right? Or what? Some of these guys have full kingdoms, so I'm not gonna go through 400 players, right? So I'm just gonna introduce the leadership for now. So big shout out to Lion. I look forward to working with you guys. I've heard nothing but great things about you guys. Let's go ahead and look at 25IL now. 25IL. So we've allied with 25IL before versus WB way back in the day, and we ended up winning in that zone. Unfortunately, WB during that specific war didn't have a strong ally, so obviously that ended up helping us, but it was a good time working with 25IL. Last time that we worked with them, anytime that our builders or war leads or anyone needed to make some kind of change, they said that 25IL was very, very easy to work with and would just get things done. So they are a full kingdom, 200 players. Oh, our guy Gru's here. Nice. That guy's a monster. It's gonna be nice to be on the same team as him. So they have their leader, Antichovy, SS Antichovy, So Trash, Gru, Flan Only, Sevo, Cuckoo, Sad Chop, Bleemy, Death by Details, LOL, Baby Monster, Asa, and Zenjuin. Sorry if I messed your guys' names up. So, and then obviously you got us, TFS. You guys know, at this point most of you guys know about us, right? But anyways, Jason's the leader. B is our builder. We have Icon, one of the big three. Vico's the other. So big three is Jason, Icon, Vico, and then officers is myself, I should say Raven, Pumpkin, Crambo, Swift Raider, and myself. Swift Raider is a new one to the team for the builders. But anyways, let me show you guys some numbers real quick. And like I said, not going to drown you guys with numbers. But so if we take a look at the teams, I'll touch on the numbers here for our camp. Let me zoom in for you guys. So our total team power is 56.9 billion, so pretty solid. 25IL sitting at 23.8 billion. TFS at 17 billion. Lion is at 16 billion. Our merit to power ratio is kind of bad because we had a really slow KVK, but whatever. And we have very powerful players in TFS. So, but yeah, anyways, you can see merits 2.1 bill nonetheless. 25IL 4.1, Lion 2.8. And then in terms of power, right? TFS has 7 players over 200 mil. All in all, the camp has 12 players over 200 mil, 56 over 150, 125 over 81 over 125. Am I looking at this right? Yeah. 180 over 100 and 119. So the bulk of the players are in that frame from like 80 to 150. I mean, that's a big gap, right? But I would say like 100 to 150 seems to be like the bulk of the players playing this game, which kind of checks out to about low to mid spend. It also depends on how long people been playing, right? So, but anyways, that's our camp right there, guys. I really look forward to playing with them. This seems a good group, but like I said, still in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about like just the matchmaking. Let's see, did I close that out? So when you look at the teams, let me zoom out. We could potentially be playing against RK, which is right underneath us, right? They're at 55.9 billion power total, and that's going to be RK, FWY, and FG. And FWY is pretty savage, man. They got 8 players over 200 million power, and they are currently in the row top 8 matches. So, and I don't think I've ever seen them fighting in the field, but I hear that they are savage, bro. So if our camp fights their camp, it seems to be like it'd probably be a good fight, to be honest. I mean, just based off the numbers, they're all very identical. I mean, when you look at the 200 mil pluses, about the same. 150 pluses, that's kind of where we have them at. We have 56 to their 30, so that's a pretty nice, pretty big difference there in the 150s, which is probably more of the like mid spenders. If we look at the 125s, we have 81 to their 55. 180 to their 194, 119 to their 125. So our camp definitely has the advantage in terms of like power, but then it comes down to like map positioning, active times, you name it, guys. Everything starts playing into account when we look at this. But so yeah, we're either going to be playing against the RK camp or the Echo camp, which if we're playing against the Echo camp, I mean, that's kind of crazy, bro. Let's see. Echo is currently ranked 3rd. TFS in terms of power is ranked 35th. Like, brother, like what? Like that is some crazy matchmaking. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the matchmaking right now with people sandbagging their teams. Do you guys think there should be a limit? Maybe there should be some kind of limit, like if you're EIS, WB, Echo, or anyone in like the 20 billion plus, your B seed has to be like kind of close to you. I don't know. Then again, there's not that many teams. I don't know if that's even possible. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Could they make it a little better to try to make it to where people aren't like purposely dodging? Can they even like stop that from happening? Is the variation good? I don't know, guys. I don't know. My emotions are kind of all over the place when it comes to this situation, because as you guys know, the last time that there is a team up phase, a lot of top teams sandbagged as well, and then TFS ended up in KVK 1. Was it KVK 1? Or were we KVK 2? I can't even remember, guys. But anyways, it was up there. But anyways, guys, the moral of the story was to kind of introduce you guys the team and tell you guys who we're going to potentially play against. By the time a lot of you guys watch this, I will be streaming the Row League. But yeah. I'm excited. Big shout out to Lion and 25IL for believing in TFS and choosing us as a B seed. I mean, let's be real, guys. Let's be real. Out of all the Bs, like, I mean, TFS, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, guys, drop a like on the video. Definitely helps me out a ton. Also, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, hit that sub button, turn on the bell notification, lets you guys know when I go live or drop a new video, guys. Until next time, it's your boy Guns, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.